Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Adam Burke from BangTheBook.com coming to you with my Thursday 3-pack, my 3 favorite plays of the day here for the first day of March Madness, March 21st. We got previews for all of today's games over at BangTheBook.com. Head on over there and make sure you check those out. Also, you still have some time here this morning and this afternoon to listen to our previous editions of Bang the Book Radio for this week. Talked a lot of NCAA tournament stuff, also NIT, CBI, and CIT. So make sure you check those out. You can find those segments right here on our YouTube page, or you can find Bang the Book Radio on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, you name it. You'll find Bang the Book Radio there. Also over at BangTheBook.com right now, my Major League Baseball stuff, rolling out betting tips and players to watch for each team. Also my 30 MLB season win totals. And you can go and get that guide over on Amazon. Just search 2019 MLB Betting Guide. Should pop up. Or you can head on over to my Twitter timeline at Skating Tripods. Get a link over there. And then if you want, you can buy that product, or you can go get the PDF over at BangTheBook.com. Certainly if you want to support the site, support what we're doing, I'd encourage you to go check out the Amazon ebook. But obviously, I understand if you just want to go get the PDF or check it out in the individual articles over there at the website. Speaking of articles at the website, Kyle Hunter's Daily College Basketball Picks already up here for today. Parker Michaels' NHL Picks may be on hiatus today. He's a little bit under the weather, but you can still find those just about every day over at BangTheBook.com. All right, let's take a look here at the Thursday 3-pack, my 3 favorite plays of the day in the sports betting world. 1 from the NBA, 2 from the NCAA Tournament. And I will tell you that I tried to find some later games here. So a couple of games I do like early on, but I focused on the later games here for the purposes of this video, certainly for the lead time of this video as well. We start in the association here, game 585, 586. The Utah Jazz, 7.5-point favorites, total of 227 on the road against the Atlanta Hawks. Jazz playing their 3rd road game in 4 days, 6th game in 9 days, and 7th game in 11 days. Lots of travel, lots of moving parts. Have to think there's some fatigue in play here for Utah in tonight's game, back-to-back coming off of playing the Knicks last night. Now, to be fair, Utah did blow out New York in that game last night, so they were able to spread the minutes around quite a bit. But this is a team that's rolling right along right now. These are the types of games that are very dangerous when you're on a winning streak because you're facing an inferior opponent. It's a back-to-back. You played a lot of games in a short amount of time, going up to Chicago next, and then you head on home. So I think this is a little bit of a tough spot for Utah. Also Atlanta, playing much better since the All-Star break, and certainly on the offensive end. They were competitive in the loss to Boston. They had a back-to-back, went down to Orlando. Did lose by 10 points in that game, but still, when you talk about a back-to-back with a team that's very young, a little bit depth shy, still a pretty decent look there for Atlanta, despite losing that game by double digits. So give me the Hawks tonight, plus the 7.5. You've got a Utah team coming off of a very good shooting performance at Madison Square Garden, which is typically viewed as a tougher shooting backdrop, certainly one of the tougher ones in the NBA. And obviously, it has a big impact on college basketball games. I understand these guys are professionals, but 20 or 42 from 3, that's not going to happen every night for a team like Utah. So looking for some regression to the mean tonight, looking for some fatigue to set in. Give me the Hawks, the ugly dog, plus 7.5 here against the Utah Jazz, number 586 in the rotation order for the NBA. Move over to the college basketball side now for a couple of March Madness games. There are some CBI and CIT games tonight, but our primary focus here on the video in the NCAA Tournament. We start with game 761, 762, the spotlight game of the video here. Murray State takes on Marquette. Marquette, 3.5-point favorite, total 149.5. Look, this is a big step up in class for Murray State. And obviously, we've seen these 12/5 upsets where the 12 is making that big step up in class. It's one of the most popular upset picks in everybody's brackets. 89-47 record for the 5 seed in these 5-12 games. So it does happen, but I think this line has just gotten too low now. I think we have to take Marquette here at this point. Look, I get it. Markus Howard did not look good down the stretch for Marquette. It is what it is. We hope that in this first game of the NCAA Tournament, he's in good shape. For the next game with the quick turnaround and short rest, maybe that's a spot where you look to fade Marquette. But in this particular matchup here, Murray State runs everything through Ja Morant, and they should. He's a fantastic college basketball player, will be a very high pick in the NBA draft. But in his 6 games against top 100 teams, Morant was just 6 of 32 from 3. He was 340 or 34% for the season. Shot 536 from 2. He was 563 for the season. His usage rate went up almost 6% in those 6 games against quality competition. True shooting percentage down, effective field goal percentage down. Look, it's a small sample size of 6 games. I fully understand that. And we've seen guys in these small conferences go off in the NCAA tournament. So there certainly are concerns. There certainly are worries. But look, the supporting cast for Marquette is so much better than what Murray State has. This is a big step up in class from what Murray State sees in the Ohio Valley Conference, both in terms of length and athleticism. And a lot of times, if everybody's on a trendy dog, you want to look to avoid that trendy dog. So, again, as this line has gone down with 2 guys that are very high usage players for each team, I think it may come down to the supporting casts here. And if that is the case, Marquette has the better one through and through. Morant could be the equalizer here. If he goes out and drops 35 or 40 and Murray State wins, fine, so be it. But now that this number's down to 3.5, it's Marquette for me. So number 762, Marquette Golden Eagles, minus 3.5 over Murray State. Final game here for the Thursday 3-pack, once again in the NCAA tournament. Game 759-760, Old Dominion takes on Purdue. Purdue, 12.5-point favorite here, total of 127. Old Dominion, 323rd in the country in tempo. Purdue, 285th. Both of those according to Bart Torvik's website. I think Jeff Jones, the head coach for Old Dominion, will slow this game to a crawl and a grind if he can. Because Old Dominion cannot match up offensively with Purdue. Purdue, a top 5 team in adjusted offensive efficiency this year. Old Dominion was not. They cannot win an arms race with Purdue in this spot. So I would expect Old Dominion to try and take the air out of the basketball as much as they possibly can. And the thing is, Purdue doesn't really mind that style of play either. Because, in the Big Ten, they were a very good defensive team, at least later in the season. Very good offensive team, of course. They maximize a lot of their possessions. Old Dominion here, 340th in the country in 2-point percentage offense, 118th in 3-point percentage offense, but only 207th in 3-point attempt rate. So they shoot threes better than twos, but they don't really take a whole lot of them. Old Dominion is a good rebounding team, though, certainly in the defensive end as well. So that should keep Purdue off of the offensive glass, keep the Boilermakers from getting easy second-chance points. Yes, Purdue's 3-point percentage defense was 175th, but opponents also shot 43% of their attempts from 3-point range against Purdue. Old Dominion, not that type of team. Old Dominion, very good inside the arc. They were 7th in 2-point percentage defense, 66th in 3-point percentage defense. So Old Dominion is a defense-first team. Purdue doesn't mind playing that style of basketball. I would expect this to be a game played at a crawl. This will not be a fun game to watch for a lot of people. Ugly game, long possessions. Purdue does shoot the 3 pretty well, but how will they shoot it here in this new venue in Hartford? I'm not really sure. And also this game with a spread of 12.5 outside of the traditional fouling range. So I don't think we get a foul fest in this game. We certainly could if Old Dominion grinds this thing out and keeps it very, very close. But Old Dominion's 323rd in the country in free throw percentage. Purdue 277th in free throw rate. So unless it's a foul fest, Purdue doesn't get to the line a lot. When Old Dominion gets to the line, they don't cash in a whole lot. So I don't think there'll be many free points in this game. I can say very, very slow, ugly, methodical game. Give me under 127 in game 759-760 between Old Dominion and Purdue. So the 3 plays tonight for the Thursday 3-pack are the Atlanta Hawks, number 586 in the NBA, plus 7.5. Marquette, number 762, minus 3.5 against Murray State. Finally, Old Dominion and Purdue, game number 759-760, under 127. Enjoy the madness, everybody. I'm Adam Burke for BangTheBook.com.